Hello, friends. How are you? It's been a while. Before I get into why it's been a while, I should introduce myself. So I am Nancy. I am the owner of Trilogy Yarns, and this is episode number 5 of my Trilogy Yarns little YouTube corner of the world. I'm coming from you, man, already crazy. I'm coming to you from Spokane, Washington. It is Wednesday. I don't even know dates anymore. I'm lucky if I know the day of the week. I think it's the 20th, 2022. Welcome. Good to see you. It's been 3 weeks. I normally try, this is episode 5. I am trying to do episodes every 2 weeks. Summertime's a little bit crazy, so I'm a week late, but I think you guys will all understand. Summer has hit. It's hit good today. I think it's supposed to be in the 90s today. And then I heard rumors that maybe Monday or Tuesday we might get close to 100, which is really unusual for Spokane. We usually have hit 100 by now. We got to a really late start with our summer. I'm hoping this will mean we have a really nice fall. I love fall. Hot during the day, cools down at night. So my favorite season of the year used to be summer, but now I really think it's fall. You can also start getting back into wearing your knitwear. But we're not as hot as other places in the world. I know you guys are suffering. This has been brutal. So I don't know, global warming, it's real. Anyway, let's get into the podcast. What I am wearing today is the Maritimo by Caitlin Hunter. It's just a short sleeve. It's got this little lace detail on it. I'm going to switch screens and show you the picture on Ravelry. Now, I did mine out of my singles base. So here's the Maritimo. I did mine out of my singles base. The main color I did was my blush color. And then I did Timber Wolf for the lace part. I did not do this section of lace here. I just did lace at the bottom. And I forgot how much I like this sweater. When I was trying to decide what to wear today, it was like, man, I have some summer sweaters, but I wanted to wear something different. So I pulled this out of the drawer. This is the Maritimo. I'm not going to stand up and show it to you because we decided last time that the camera does add 50 pounds. So we're not even going to go there today. I do have 4 finished objects because 3 weeks. So I knit away. I'll show you what I've got. I have 2 pairs of socks. So, but those still count in my book as finished objects. I have a shorty pair. These are for me. This is in my Koi colorway on my Glamorous base, which is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. My routine sock pattern that I always use. So I'll talk about it here once more. Toe up, Judy's Magic Cast On. I increased to 64 stitches. I do 70 rounds. I do a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And then on my shorty socks, I just do 10 more rounds of stockinette and then I just bind off. And I don't have a problem at all with these staying on. So shorty pair, another shorty pair for summer. So that is, sorry for the clanking. That is project number 1. Project number 2, I'll just put these on real quick, is another pair of socks. Because, you know, I almost always have to have socks on the needles. Well, no, that's true. I always have socks, except for today. So I'm going to cast on a pair later on, just so I have a pair. sock number 2 is, let's see. So this is in my Tide Pools color, and I've got 2 of them, so I'll just show you one. This is in my Tide Pools color. This is done on my merino cashmere nylon, which is an 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon in the Tide Pools colorway. And then the toe, the heel, and the cuff are all done in whiskey. So another pair of socks, Tide Pools. So 2 pairs of socks this time. Just throw them on the floor. Last time I podcast, I had cast on a sweater with my new DK base, which is a 50% superwash merino, 20% nylon. So I did, look at, I guess I'm in a pink mood today. I did the Anchors Summer Tee, and this is by Petite Knits. So here we are, a summer tee, and I did this out of the new base, which, oh my gosh, you guys, I absolutely love. And I'm going to talk about more about this base more when we get to shop news. But it feels cottony. It feels like a cotton, but it knits like a merino. So it doesn't hurt your hands. Knitting with pure cotton, sorry, there was something there. Knitting with pure cotton is really hard on my hands, but this has enough of, well, it's got 50% merino, so it's got a nice stretch to it. So fun. I absolutely love this sweater. I've actually worn it a couple times. So this is done out of my new base, yarn base, which say when we get to shop news, we'll talk about more, and I'll show you some colors. And then the fourth thing I knit, I'm going to crinkle here for a minute. Sorry, maybe I can find the edge. Sorry, I know that's not much fun. I picked up this pattern when I was at Fiber Fusion this last year in June, and this is Into the Deep. It's a Karen Hooley design, and it's a crocheted cowl. And I thought, I need to make that. And then I did. So I dyed, and then I did. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I dyed up some gradient minis for the shop. This one is in the color Lilac. So it starts with a real pale lilac, and then it's got some speckling involved. And then it just goes into the last color is a deep lilac color. I love wearing cowls because with scarves, and I like scarves and shawls too, sometimes you have the ends that they're hard to deal with. So this is just, okay, I'm gonna scoot back so you can see. Just a real fun cowl. Crocheting took me no time at all. I think I whipped this out in about 4 days. It was just so nice. So this is on my fingering weight, my Glamorous base, which is an 80/20 superwash merino nylon. And so I'll show more of those, but that was Into the Deep by Karen Hooley Designs. So 4 projects, a sweater, a shawl, 2 socks, 4 socks, 2 pairs of socks. Maybe I should podcast every 3 weeks from now on. So that will, excuse me, bring us to future knitting. Oh. Sorry, a tickle. Drinking my iced coffee. I've had 2 cups of hot coffee. Now I'm on to the 3rd, but this one's iced. So I have a couple projects in mind. When COVID hit, we started Zooming and interacting with some friends throughout the United States. We meet once a week on Thursday nights for a couple hours. And there's about probably actively, there's probably 13, 14 of us. And we have become best friends. A few of us have met in person. A lot of us have not. So I think I have mentioned that I'm going to Rhinebeck this year. And what's happening is there is 10 of us. No, there's more than 10. There's 10 of us that are staying in a house together. I think there's probably going to be 13 or 14 of us that we're going to kind of meet at Rhinebeck, but 10 of us are staying in a house together. So we're going to have a fun weekend. We're going to come a day early, stay a day later, and just hang out with these friends. We're going to knit. We'll probably be a little bit of adult beverage involved. We're going to eat, and we're just going to relax and have a great time and get to see each other in person. And so we've decided that we're going to do a crocheted garment for Rhinebeck. We have a hashtag. I don't know what it is, so I'll tell you next week because anyone can follow along with this. But that being said, I thought, well, I wanted to look at some crocheted sweaters. So I've got two options, and I want you guys to, give me your input down below. Tell me what you think, which one you think I should do. So the first one is, nope. Oh my gosh. I am so rusty. I didn't even talk about what I'm knitting on. All right. So normal route is what I'm wearing, finished objects, what I'm knitting on, and then future knitting. I guess I'm rewriting the script as we go. Let's get into what I'm knitting on. Okay, let's do that. Sorry, crazy chub. I will show you what I am knitting on because it's right here. I am doing the Salty Air Tea. And this is by Samantha Guerin, Guerin. Summer tea, I am gonna make mine a little bit longer, and this does not have waist shaping in it. So I am going to incorporate, excuse me, a little bit of waist shaping, maybe four decreases, and then I'll go back and do 4 increases. I'm not sure exactly for sure how many. I'll try it on as I go. But so that is what I'm actively working on. And I pulled another single space because it's summertime. I am loving the singles. To find out which is the front. So I am doing mine out of my single space, which is a single ply merino silk, in my deep purple colorway. So I just today split for the sleeves. So I've done that much. I did put my sleeve stitches on my barber cords. I was on the fence about using them, so I thought, okay, I'm going to give them one more try. And they actually worked really good this time. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, a barber cord is a little plastic tube, very, very tiny diameter. This requires glasses. And you put the end of the tube onto your needle like that. And then you just slip your stitches over the needle tip onto the cord. And then when you want them back on your needle, you just reverse the process. So this seemed to work pretty good this time. So I'm gonna stick with the barber cord theme. And when I go to try it on, I'll put these stitches on the barber cord. But anyway, it's a yoke, a lace yoke pattern, very simple lace pattern. And now I am just into stockinette. And I'm doing these on a size 4. It's a US 3 for the ribbing. It just has a single 1x1 rib at the top. And then 1x1 rib at the sleeves and the bottom to match. And those are done on a US 3. And then the body is worked on a US 4. So now I'm just going to fly on this. I should have this done. Should have it done by next week because it doesn't have but just short sleeves. And so it's just now round and round. All right, so that is what I am working on. Now we'll go to future knitting, my future crochet projects. So one of them is Seriously Soft Sweater. Isn't that cute? So it's got this cute little, high-low hem. Let's see if we can show you a picture. Just real basic. And this is crochet, and it's done on a seri alpaca silk. So that is my first one. And in all honesty, I'm probably going to do them both. I haven't decided what color to do this in. I think I will do like a subtle variegated yarn. I need to go look and see what I've got, or what I may want to dye up. So that is the Seriously Soft Sweater, and that is by Stephanie Aaron. And I will have all this linked down below. And then the other one that I want to do is this lace tunic by let's see, it's Brianna Lapoli. It's Life in Yarn Designs. So this also is crocheted. I think that is so cute, just to wear over a like a little cami. You've got your split hem. I like the sleeves, kind of a 3/4. Just, it looks like it's a very straight sleeve, no shaping. This one is done on sport weight. But I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do it on my Glamorous base, which is the 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. I think it'll be a little bit cooler for summer. So those are my suggestions for Rhinebeck, for my Rhinebeck sweater. And then of course I need some knit garments. I was hoping I could just do carry-on luggage. You know how the airlines are nowadays. But, and I usually travel pretty light, but when I plan on taking like 7 or 8 knit garments, because you just don't know, I will need a suitcase, and we'll just hope that they all arrive when I do. All right. So flying through this one. That brings us to acquisitions. A few years ago, when my husband was alive, I probably may have told you this, I felt like we were traveling gypsies, because we would go from Montana to, oh, I shouldn't say that. Sorry. We were traveling artisans. And we would travel from Montana to California. We would do the high-end art circuit, and we would kind of design and knit some garments. And my husband had become a knitter when he became ill, and he really took to it and did some good stuff. So we had fun. And then when we weren't traveling, we were part of one of the local farmers markets here. So on last Saturday, I was home, and I decided I wanted to go out to the farmers market, see some people that I haven't seen since just shortly after Ron died. And it was so good to see everybody and get hugs and just kind of reconnect with old friends. One of my friends that we used to do market with she takes like barn boards, and then she stencils. Not stencils. She has like I don't know if it's, I think it's like a little vinyl decals that she puts on. And so I saw this one and I'm hoping, I don't think it should be backwards. It says, it started as a harmless hobby. I had to, it started as a harmless hobby. I had no idea it would come to this. I think probably several of us can relate to that. So I had to buy this. I have to put it in my office. I honestly don't know where, but I think, if you can't see that, right there below the window. I think I'm going to put it there. So this is, get my hair cut. This is the only acquisition, but I saw this, and it was like, oh my gosh, that has to come home with me. So, and homemade pie. There is a pie baker there that does the best pies. And we were getting together for a family barbecue last Saturday. And I said, well, I'll pick up a pie. So we got a mixed berry pie. Oh, it was heaven. It was heaven. So if you guys have farmers markets in your areas, be sure and go and support those people. They're small businesses trying to make a living, and you can get some of the best produce. If you have crafts at your farmer's market, just maybe purchase a little something and help the people out. So that was my only acquisition, except for undyed yarn. I have a lot of that came. So let's get into shop news. Let's see what's new in the shop. So the Halloween Advent, the Hocus Pocus 2 Halloween Advents are still available. I have a few left for pre-orders. Those will close the end of August, and then they'll ship out the middle of September. So we'll close those the end of August. Already have, started gathering up stuff for them, have ideas on some of the colorways and stuff. So once we close those, we'll spend a couple weeks and get those dyed up and shipped out. Those are fun. I like all my advents. They're a lot of hard work, but they're just so much fun. It's just fun. So I do have those. I have my holiday advents. I have a few of those left. And on those, I wasn't sure what the theme was going to be, but I'm a little late on the bandwagon, but I started watching Schitt's Creek. How could I not do a Schitt's Creek holiday advent? So the theme this year is Schitt's Creek. I am doing a collaboration with Joanna of Stitch in the High Notes. If you've not seen her bags, and I will link her shop below, she does beautiful bags. I should have brought a couple up. I have some, but I don't have any here with me. Very professionally made. And so we are doing a collaboration for that. And there is a pattern this year for a wrap that will be included. So if you like Schitt's Creek, if you like David, and you like fun surprises, hop on over and sign up. And there'll be a link down below in the show notes. Otherwise, you can just go to the shop and peruse all you want. So I have those two. I am still doing monthly clubs. Last month's Broadway musical club, and I don't have any left, was Moulin Rouge, which was fun. And in the Broadway musical, you have your choice of a yarn base. You always get a picture of the playbill cover. You get a sample of some Eucalyptus wool wash, and you get a little extra goodie. So this month, the goodie was, no, last month. I almost told what the goodie was this month. And People should have them. But the goodie last month was, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. But the goodie this month was some Tuft Woolen's lip balm. So that was this month's. I also have my Color Explosion Mini Club that is, and the Broadway Musicals is a monthly subscription. It ships around the 15th of the month, depending on what day of the week the 15th falls on. The Color Explosions Mini Club ships around the 1st, and this was last month's Color Explosion Minis. So in that shipment, you get 6 20-gram minis. This is done on my, I think it's my my merino cashmere nylon fingering base, just new colors. So that ships out the 1st of the month. That's the Color Explosion Mini Club. I have a Friends monthly club, and with that one you have there again your option of bases. You have your option of having it a monthly subscription. You can do a 3-month subscription, or you can do a 6-month subscription. This month's is in the box over there to go to the mailbox place, so I'm not going to tell you what this month's theme was. This was last month's. Let's see if the colors will come across. The theme for last month's was the meat sweats. That was from when Joey was eating the meat and he got eaten too much meat. Anyway, had the meat sweats from too much meat. So that's the Friends monthly club. And then I also have a Discovery of Witches monthly club, and I don't have any extra of that to show. Sometimes I dye up extra skeins when I do the monthly club. Sometimes I don't. So that is the monthly clubs. Trunk shows. I am booking a lot of trunk shows between now and the end of the year. I'll be leaving tomorrow to go over to Stilly River Yarns, which is in Stanwood, which is north of Seattle. Cute little yarn store if you live in the area. And I'll be there Friday and Saturday. And the following weekend, the last weekend of the month, if any of my viewers live in the Chicago area, I was one of the featured dyers for the Chicago yarn crawl this year. So my yarns are in Sister Arts Studio. And the theme of the yarn crawl this year was the Great Chicago Fire. So Donna, the owner of Sister Arts, sent me 4 pictures that were related to Chicago and to the fire. And I came up with 4 new colorways. And I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I was pretty darn impressed with them. So that'll be next weekend. I am not exactly sure how long the crawl is for, but if you live in the Chicago area, get out and visit the stores, stop into Sister Arts, say hi to Donna, and maybe squish some Trilogy yarns. So I have that one. The following weekend, I will be at the Black Sheep Yarn Boutique in Olympia, and I'm there Friday, Saturday. I can't remember if I said I'd be there Sunday or not. So those are the next 3 weekends. Hopefully I will podcast again before I go to Olympia. But that is the next 3 trunk shows. And then I've been dyeing, we have been dyeing new colors like crazy. So I'm just going to show you a couple and I'm going to start with that 50-50, my new 50-50 DK base. which is the 50% merino. You can read that. 50% cotton. And the yarns take up the dye differently because of the cotton. So the colors are a little bit muted. Absolutely gorgeous. So this one is Dusty Mauve. Cerulean. I have peach. Platinum Mist. Teal. And I'm not going to show you them all because I do have quite a few. Forest green. So there's maybe 13 new colors in the shop. And it's such an amazing yarn. It has its own tab on the main page, the home page. So just go to the 50/50 Merino Cotton DK tab and you can see all the colors. I don't think I'll be doing any variegateds on the 50/50. I think I'll just keep it tonals. I do have a new color on my yak sock, which is a 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, 10% nylon base. This one is my electric lime. That's pretty close to kind of a split pea soup color. So it's just a real fun color. I do have a new colorway in the shop. Grape Hyacinth. So I have this. And I do have, this one's on my plush vase, but I do have it available on all my vases. And also I did bring back my fluff vase, which is the mohair silk, and my Razzle Dazzle base, which is a fingering with a silver stellina through it. I was getting several requests for both of those. Excuse me. And so I have uploaded those again to the shop. So those are available. And then new colors. Oh my gosh. New colors. So I do have teal is a new color. Here it is on singles. And this one is mohair silk. No, I lied. This is Sari alpaca silk. It says Sari right there. But so that teal is a new colorway for me in the shop. Then we have, I have this whole tub here of new yarns, but I don't think I need to show all the colors. Let me dig through for the cool ones that are on the bottom. Of course they are. Okay, new colorways. I have Chaos. So this is Chaos on, this is on my merino cashmere nylon and my Sari base. Chaos is kind of a scummy, light, electric green color. It's got some blacks in it. It's got some burgundies, some browns. So Chaos is new. Another one that's new is Bedazzled. Bedazzled is on a pink base. And it's got some green speckles. I don't know, coloring is, I need to invest in a good light, but it's got some green speckles, some orange speckles. So that is Bedazzled. This one is called Behind the Woodshed. So I'm showing it to you on my singles and my plush base, but this also is available on all my bases. Behind the Woodshed. Bar Brawl. Like saloon fight, only bar brawl. Let's see. Yeah. This one is fun. I really like this one. Some yellows and blacks and some different shades of reds and some secret, a little greens. So that is Bar Brawl. And the last one is called It's Not Hoarding If It's Yarn. This is on a peach base. It's got some greens in it, some yellows, some browns. So it's not hoarding if it's yarn. So those are the new colors. We've been just having a lot of fun playing with new colors. It's time to rotate colors out. I'm always rotating colors out. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, and I'll have the details down below. Because whenever I discontinue a colorway, I'll upload whatever I have left. A lot of my yarn is not dyed to order. It's what I have. But if I don't have it, I dye it to order. I don't know if I said that right. I have a big supply of yarn in my basement. So yeah, if it's not available on a base, I can dye it up and get it out within 3 or 4 days. So I think that is it for shop news. What I'm working on, life updates. Been busy. I was in Seattle last weekend for a trunk show at Acorn Street, one of my favorite. All my shops are favorite. I shouldn't say that, but so that was fun to be in St. Janet and Mary again. I try to get over there about twice a year. We did book one for the first weekend of December because I think I have two free weekends left, excluding Thanksgiving and when I'm going to Rhinebeck, that I don't have shows. And I'm working really hard between now and the end of the year because I have to have surgery. And that's the shop will still be open because Lucy will still be working for me. I am gonna be on a very limited dyeing schedule for several months. I have to have my shoulder replaced. I know, stupid arthritis, like the doctor told me. The engine still works good, but the parts are wearing out. So I've already had one hip replaced. Now I'm going to have my shoulder replaced, and I'm looking forward to it because I have very little mobility. And even knitting, after about an hour's worth of knitting, I need to really take a break. So if any of you have had shoulder replacement surgery or know somebody that did, let me know how it went. I'm not worried about it. I've had shoulder surgery on the other arm, not for a replacement, before a torn labrum. And I swore I would never have shoulder surgery again because it is one of the worst recoveries because you can't lie down. I'll be in a total immobilizer for 3 months and then, no, 6 weeks. Sorry, not 3 months, 6 weeks. And then at about 6 months post-surgery, I'll be able to hopefully get my arm at shoulder height. So when I had my other surgery, you sleep in a recliner chair. You can't sleep in a bed because you need to have all these pillows propped up because you sleep with the immobilizer thing on, but things tend to relax and stuff. And I'm threatening to shave my head beforehand. I won't be able to I can get one arm above my head. When I had my shoulder surgery before, my husband was alive, so he was able to help out with, showers and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to shave my head. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's just hair. I can wear hats. I won't be going anywhere for a while. So that's coming up on the horizon. Summer has finally hit. My berries, I went out and had some berries before I started. My blueberries are abundant, but they're small this year. Last year I didn't get any. So I don't know, maybe next year they'll be bigger. My strawberries have been delicious, but the bed has been so full. So I transplanted a bunch. They're kind of in shock. I gave a bunch away. And then I have raspberries that are just amazing. I have golden raspberries. If you've never had a golden raspberry, they are so sweet. I have red ones too. The red ones aren't doing very much this year. The gold ones have been going like crazy. I do think next year I'm going to have to tie up the raspberries because they are starting. It's funny that some of the stalks are very straight and tall, and then the rest of them are just on the ground. So I do need to get those tied up next year. I don't want to do it this year. So next year I'll get those tied up. And I think that is all I have to talk about. As always, all the information will be in the drop-down menu. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I love reading all the comments. And hopefully, if I don't see anybody this weekend at my trunk show, if you don't come to that, I'll see you in a couple weeks. So stay cool, stay hydrated, stay safe, and we will talk again in a couple weeks. Bye. Maybe if I can